Where?
Are you awake now? I summoned you just in time. Do you remember what happened? What you've done?
I ripped out my...
I'm frankly amazed you would go to such lengths, even to fight back against the spell. If I hadn't saved you, you really would be dead. But rest assured, you're finally safe. As for where we are far, far away from that hellish world. Do you remember the first time we met? I was sure you would find a clue in your journey that might reveal where in the world this place is. So I believed anyway, but I was wrong. From the start. This place is... It was never of that world to begin with. No. Maybe there's a better way to put it. This is a place that exists between reality and fantasy. In other words, the world we've been living in is fantasy. The journey was all an illusion.
An illusion?
There's nothing but despair in that world. And it will never get better. It's an endless, painful, irredeemable hell. I'd always believed that creating a utopia was possible. And if there was desire, then I thought maybe one day someone would achieve it. But I came to realize I was mistaken. In the end, fantasy is just that. A fantasy. But all that primordial chaos only exists in that world. The world of reality is nothing like that. Really, it's an environment you should know quite well. You've come to know so much of it already. Through text on a page. Now, behold!
Isn't this?
Indeed. It's the world I wrote accounts of in my novel. Until now, you've thought this world a mere fantasy. But it's not.
So the world I know is all an illusion. And the world of the novel is... reality?
Surely you already know. There is no deadly magic, no prejudice between its people. Now, all you have to do is admit that everything you've been through has been nothing but a story, just a fantasy. Then this can be your perfect reality.
What's going on?
Your journey of revolution was just a passing dream. Let me take you back to reality, child.
What will happen to my friends?
You don't have to worry. As long as you can accept that this place is real, everyone will be safe. That world is past any point of redemption. Change is impossible. The royal magic was supposed to be the turning point, but it was all for nothing. In the end, people don't want their world to change. They just want someone to be a sponge for their infinite anxieties. That's all. You can't blame Luis for wanting to end that cycle. How could anyone accept that they lived in a world that miserable?
Even so, I don't want to give up on it.
Come on, snap out of it!
What?
Her voice.
My, such disbelief on your face. But once you stop to consider it, the ideas fall apart. Come now. Magic? Some otherworldly force capable of anything with anxiety as its fuel? A fanciful idea to sustain a fantasy world. Illusion. All of it. Those curiosities in academia, they were there because of the place's connection to true reality. And not even they could endure.
It was really all illusion? Even magic?
You still don't believe me. Why is that?
I still have unfinished business.
But why? What unfinished business remains in an unwinnable battle? If I hadn't saved you, you would have died there. You don't have to chase your fears and anxieties based on some misguided concept of justice. It was all illusory, and there is no shame in accepting that. Reality is a monolith. Reality is unchangeable. So stay here in Utopia, in the place you loved reading about so much.
This place, it isn't a utopia.
I've been thinking about it for some time. Does the novel truly depict an ideal world?
You mean you deny it? Will you deny the world of the novel's utopia?
I understand now. It's hard to say it, but this place isn't an ideal world after all. And
I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right? Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier, right?
the melody I've come to know echoes around me, rousing my spirit once more. Magic hasn't been lost.
The journey, my friends, they were as real as anything I've known.
Why won't you understand? Please, I don't want you to die. I can't lose anything else. Truly, I see. I understand now. I remember. I had indeed lost everything. Despite my lofty ideals, I lost everything. Academia, the woman I loved, even my only child. Reality isn't just cruel. It's cruel beyond any hope of change. That's why I had wished for someone to strike me down and end my misery.
You hoped for death?
My name is Ethludius V. I once reigned as king. Or, I am half of one, to be accurate. I was born of the very magic that split the prince in twain, and gave rise to you and this place. No, it is not real. We are inside the book you hold. It served as your key to visiting me. This was the form of my youth, when first I entered the ancient sanctum. Perhaps it would be best to call me a discarded shadow of idealism. I once took such joy and passion from my ideals. I truly believed that I might end the strife and discrimination that plagued our people across nigh endless years. But the tremendous incomprehension and injustice that defines our world, it was more than I could bear. It broke me. And Luis is likely going through the same thing. I want to save you from that despair. I understand now that I would do this as your father. I could not bear to lose my child a second time. If you stay here, at least you'll be saved. Do you truly still want to leave this place and risk your life to face a reality you can't change?
The battle's not over yet.
You are on the cusp of dying at Luis's hands. Is that not proof enough that we lack the power to change reality? I can't let you throw your life away against that man. I must stop you. Even if you come to hate me for it. Fantasy is a curse, sweet in seeming. And if I must save you from it, I will teach you what reality is. I suppose how I promised to travel the world someday is destined to be only another unfulfilled dream. Archetypes embody the power of heroes who sought to change the world. And even having mastered such power against Luis, you could accomplish nothing. I wrote all my ideals into my novel, but my love's death showed me how empty it all was. You cannot sacrifice your one life for an empty dream.
I have to try at least.
Why can't you see that those ideals will only invite ruin? If no one else, you must live. That world is beyond your help. Beyond any utopia. You must face reality, my son.
Our battle against Moore has begun. He's our father. But we're not done yet. We have a fight to win, and if we have to go through him, then so be it. Let's utilize Hero's Cry to give ourselves more actions.
Let's stay calm.
With this, we use Hero's Proving to boost our stats.
So forward.
And then, we begin the fight. I'm sorry, Moore. We have to get through to you.
This is it! Still here?
So you would vainly struggle onward in the real world. The novel I wrote for you seems to have kindled only ideals of naivete in you. Then even my folly has come to haunt you. My mistakes poison your life. As your father, you leave me no choice. I will put an end to this madness. Why don't you understand?
We're not gonna give you the chance, Moore. We need to get back to our friends and allies and stop Luis once and for all.
The magic seeds! Still up?
It was in this story, in this book, where you found your ideals. Haven't you always dreamt of utopia? Why do you resist it now? Why refuse me?
Let's stay calm.
Why? You were my first reader. You of all people have to understand. Why? What? So this is what it means to truly strive toward an ideal. What irony. After I spoke of fulfilling my dream alongside you. What power to see the archetypes brought to such heights in so little time. If you go back now, your ambitions will avail you nothing. You'll only die a dog's death. What is it that drives you so?
You gave up on your hopes, but I will not.
What? You think I chose to give up? Are you this determined to cling to your beliefs? Is that truly what separates us and keeps me confined here? Such power. Can it be? No matter how dire your fate, you never gave up. You surmounted every barrier, gathered and united soul after soul, and now, at last, across 3 nations, 8 tribes, and humankind. To unite heroes across such abyssal divides would require surpassing power. The king of all archetypes. Is that the role you would seize? A true king in body and soul.
Do you hear me? Your Highness!
Oi! Wake up, Your Highness! How? Their voices reach you? Even here? It would seem your future is not yours alone to decide.
My friends are waiting for me.
The support and ardor of your allies. Yes. The very power that reveals paths beyond your own perspective. I see. That is whence you draw your power. Neglect anxiety, and magic will lead to ruin. Even before the War of Destruction, the downfall was foretold. Yet still, they met their prophesied end. Perhaps archetypes are the will of humankind of old, left to us. A plea that we learn from their failures, that we might rebuild the future ripped from them.
I have to try. I want to know how far I can go.
Fascinating. Even as you face down the gravest oppression of reality, still you persist. Still you seek the world's unknowns as precious possibility, I see. Well, if you can believe there is more to the story than the end I see, then it is yours to tell. Once you return to reality, this place will surely fade as the dream it is. I, myself, will not be spared. Unlike you, my other half is long gone. And any reunion, lost. But if I truly am the idealized soul and hope of your father, then before I fade, I entrust you with the power of my life. Not as the author more, but as your father, the king.
City before me fades away. I'm back in academia. I wrote my ideals as a fantasy novel because I believe that there is power in fantasy. Though all my story ultimately did was trail in the glories of the past, perhaps yours will show us the true power of fantasy.
Now then.
So carry on as you would. Make your final preparations. My time as Moore may be coming to an end, but I can continue to serve you in the role. This could very well be my last time here. I should ensure I leave with no regrets.
Listen here.
I finally understand it all now. This is unmistakably the formula for the royal magic invoked by the king. Small wonder it was found in this room, for I myself am the former king who wrote it, at least in part. The royal magic brought many wonders to fruition, but the essence of my spell stems from one simple wish.
That means...
The desire for guidance. One who would bring about the emergence of a hero. A seeker who would play an indispensable role in making this country rediscover the virtue it had lost.
However...
Not in my wildest fantasy could I have imagined that you, whom I thought long dead, would become that hero. Through the power of guidance, a hero emerges. Then the secret archetype I awakened to was...
Yes.
After I committed the formula, I used the royal scepter to invoke the magic that would put things into motion upon my death. Once it began, those words coursed through my mind. I know not what spurred me to do so, but I wrote them all down with frantic urgency. That's why the language of a faraway land is scrawled throughout the scroll. Even now, I don't know the full significance of them. However, I can only imagine they were an essential part in reaching the true seeker I sought. In any case, that very hero appears before me now. The cogs that have been set in motion can no longer be stopped. O great hero, I entrust the future of this kingdom to you. With our final visit here in academia, this is it. Make your final preparations for Luis now. Because once we leave, there's no going back. My opening party for this final battle will be Heisme, Yufa, and Basilio. If you leave here, you'll never be able to return. Are you certain that you've done all you need to do? I'm ready to go. When you leave that door, predicament awaits you, if that's even a strong enough word. Luis transformed into a demon, and at his side, death itself.
However...
But you have already overturned your fated demise once. If you do emerge victorious and become king, you will truly have proved your ideals correct. That fantasy is not just an empty dream, but one with the power to change the world. It seems as though my novel has outlived its usefulness. feel free to leave the old book here. From now on, you'll be the one writing the story, your own true tale of fantasy.
The kingdom rests in your hands now. If there is yet any value to believing in something beyond us, prove to me that fantasy has the power to color reality. Now, onward, O King of a new dawn!
Everyone! He's awake!
Is he all right?
Thank the stars.
Considering it was we who engaged Amata's gambit, this must be rather humorous to him.
We pulled through, thanks to Neurus. Can't believe he caught us mid-plummet on that busted Skyrunner.
Well, don't leave out Heismay. Wouldn't have expected his wings to be so handy.
Never again.
We're in good shape. Our wounds have already healed. It was all so fast. I'm still a little shocked.
True. It's bound to be everyone hoping the best for us below. Like what Luis did. Only the magic working in reverse.
What?
Why? Why do you still stand in defiance? What drives such tenacity?
Luis! The world is full of injustice. Not everything you've said is wrong, much as it hurts to admit.
Yet, you would give up because you see no other way. And no future can come from that. We may struggle with fear and anxiety, but we shape our own destiny with our own hands. I have no doubts.
Yes, you're a man who has endured tragedy. It's foolish, I know, all this talk of belief. I know well. That said, if you cast aside all belief, all that remains is to endure a slow death.
As for me, I believe things can change. I have to. Singing and believing aren't so far apart, right? Even then, my songs touched you too. I know they did.
After I'd idealized my death more than I ever did my life, thanks to a chance encounter, everything changed for me. Now I can hope for the best, without fearing for the worst. The possibilities are endless. If you ask me, that's what magic is.
Luis, you got all these people who believe in you, because you gave them a shred of hope. And now, you want to crush that hope. Maybe you're the one who's scared. Deep down, you're afraid to admit to yourself, you're the one who's hopeless now.
Luis, the fairies came to live in the Sanctum. But do you know why we chose it? The Elder Tribe. We admired the people of humanity. To make our dreams into realities, we have to trust each other. When people do that, that's what makes them so amazing. If you deny the power of trust, if you make the world a place where it can't exist, then you're just plain wrong!
Fools. These false foundations. Who in their right mind could promise such fantasies! I will never let injustice be repeated. Never again!
His aura is entirely different. It's a magla burst. Luis is becoming a human.
Come on, then! No choice now. We prove ourselves with all that we are!
Let's go then! This is our final battle!
Again, the world must be shattered, and again it must be rebuilt anew. You will die in tribute to my ideals, Prince.
We will win this, for the sake of our world.
This is Destroyer Caradrius, our true final battle. He comes in 3 forms: the Mask of Ire, the Mask of Mirth, and the Mask of Joy. This is 3 targets that we have to deal with, and they are no pushover. This may be the final boss fight, but he is no slouch. This is one of the hardest fights in the entire game. And also, look at this amazing boss design! One of my favorites, if not my favorite boss looks in any video game ever, but we can't talk about that right now. We need to put this man down. Our strategy is going to be pretty standard. We're going to utilize Formation of Vigor to boost our attack power, and then we're going to be playing safe, boosting ourselves carefully while making sure that Luis or Destroy Caradrius cannot debuff us. I'm going to let you listen to the music, because this is amazing.
I ask for your aid, Summoner. I channel my power!
It's okay. We can do this. I'll get some distance.
Who should I beat down first?
Alright, so now that we've listened to the amazing track, A World Cold, let's talk about this boss fight. The Mask of Mirth, the Mask of Ire, and the Mask of Joy all prioritize different things. So let's go by each of them one at a time. The Mask of Ire is a mask that will utilize special attacks, and it has a hidden resistance. If we try to look at the enemy, we can see that none of the masks really have any types of affinities, but this is not entirely true. Each of these masks have a hidden resistance. The Mask of Ire is 90% resistant to all physical elements. The Mask of Joy is 90% resistant to all elemental attacks. And the Mask of Mirth is 50% resistant to all attacks. So what you need to do is you either need to apply a weakness to bypass those innate resistances, or you just need to brute force your way through it with regular attacks on each specific mask. Use magic attacks on the Mask of Ire, physical attacks on the Mask of Joy, and pretty much anything you can think of on the Mask of Mirth. We'll go into the details of what they can do as the fight progresses. But right now, we're going to be focusing on dealing with the Mask of Mirth as it's resistant to everything. So, wanton destruction time. Apply that weakness. Heisme is going to be benefiting from Knight's Proclamation to hopefully dodge tank our way to victory. Keep him in the back row, get those Knight Proclamations. Hopefully the agility boost will be all we need. Yufa is beneficial here because she can use Summon Tyrant to do a lot of bonus damage to all of the masks. It's going to do quite a bit of damage. 2,000 damage is pretty decent. All of the masks have about 30,000 HP. So it's going to take a little bit, but we can get there. We can get there. With Will, we're going to rush for... Actually, with Will, what we're going to do is we're going to use an item to give ourselves a bunch of boosts. What we're going to do is, since we don't have Juna in our party right now, I could swap over, but I don't want to. We are going to utilize an Amber Stew to boost our physical attack power. With Heisme, we are going to do a magical boost, but for right now for Basilio, Wanton Destruction on the Mask of Mirth. 10,000 damage. Heisme, we are going to utilize an Enchanted Pottage to increase our magic attack power. And next we go to Yufa, who's going to use Summon Tyrant once more with Will's aid. This will do a lot more damage. Look at that. Okay, here we go. The Cold World. The chance of inflicting anxiety's reached its peak. Debilitate. On Heisme, okay. Hamadine. Dodge. With the Dodger's Ring, we can benefit from that and remove all of his press turn icons. Destroyer Caradrius has access to a crap ton of moves, and one of his main focuses is going to be applying anxiety onto the party. If you have the King's Sovereignty Sword on Will, you don't have to worry about that. We will, unfortunately. Again, putting Knight's Proclamation onto Heisme is going to be the best way to manage the amount of attacks you're going to have to survive in this encounter. Let's use Royal Sword with Yufa as our partner, and let's attack the Mask of Birth. 10,000 damage. Let's finish this off with a Wanton Destruction. Okay, that mask is gone. Now we want to use Knight's Proclamation again. Yufa, what we're gonna do is we're gonna utilize Summon Dragon God to lower the stats again. Will's gonna back up. Do we want to use Heroes Proving? Yeah, let's use Heroes Proving. Boost his stats. And then for Basilio, let's work on Mask of Ire next. Wanton Destruction of the Mask of Ire. This is the one that's heavily resistant to physical damage, but we can brute force our way through this. Heisme, we don't need a Formation of Vigor just yet. We've already done Knight's Proclamation. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use an item here to restore some MP. Let's use a Sumptuous Magla Feast on Will. He's used for a lot of our synthesis skills, so it's best that he has a lot more MP.
Struggle in vain. Give in to the truth. Your fantasy has no meaning whatsoever.
With no sacrifices to offer up, the area remains calm. Hamadine on Heisme, and we got the dodge! Yeah! Okay. Keep this up, Heisme. Keep this up. Summon Dragon God again. Lower the stats. With Will, we're gonna move forward, and we're gonna utilize Royal Sword on, let's do Mask of Ire. 3,900 damage. Wanton Destruction. 5,600 damage. Heisme is gonna do Formation of Vigor here. Back up with Yufa. We've already got this, so let's just pass turn. Back up with Will. We don't need to do Heroes Proving. So instead, I want to... I feel like I should probably continue to do damage. No. Royal Sword won't be too beneficial here. Let's guard with Will. Let's back up with Basilio and do a charge. No. Basilio's okay. We do Wanton Destruction again on the Mask of Ire. Almost taking it down. Back up with Heisme. Knight's Proclamation. With no sacrifices to offer up, the area remains calm. Mududin. Okay, hit Heisme. Focused shot. Repelled on Heisme. There's the physical repel right there, working its magic. Okay. Enemy attention returns to the group. That's okay. We already have the debuffs on, so for Yufa, we don't want to waste our bonus actions. Let's utilize Summon Tyrant to do bonus damage. Maybe we can take down the Mask of Ire. Yes! Okay, only one more mask to go, the Mask of Joy. Let's rush forward, use Royal Sword. 3,900 damage. Let's continue the Wanton Destruction. 3,600 damage. Use Knight's Proclamation. Yufa can pass turn over to Will, who's gonna use Royal Sword. And then let's use Wanton Destruction again. Pass, and then we have Knight's Proclamation already good. Let's just guard. Actually, I shouldn't have guarded, because then he can't dodge tank. With no sacrifices to offer up, the area remains calm. I will go into what that means, well, probably not right now, because we're about to dodge tank our way to victory. So that'll have to be discussed later. Okay, with this in tow, let's utilize Summon Dragon God Modified. Keep the debuffs going. And then with Will, one more Royal Sword.
Together then.
My perfect world! Not yet. I refuse. I won't let it end like this. You will be a sacrifice. You will sustain the strong. Oh, weak one. Oh, peon.
His Magla has gone out of control. At this rate, even a man of Luis's mental strength would lose his grip on sanity.
In the end, even he couldn't escape his own anxiety.
Then by his own logic, we've got to put him down. The weak deserve to die. The bastard's own words, yeah?
If he saw a threat in our power, then let us wield it.
You can't just believe in nothing. Nobody can rely on themselves alone. It's a pitiful way to live, and it's time we put an end to it.
Luis Guillaban! Here and now, I will strike you down!
Okay, it's time to do this. Give us our final call to arms.
Come on, everyone. Let's go!
This is our last chance. We've come this far. We have to end this here and now. Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
The rest is up to you.
You face Hulkenberg!
Everyone is counting on me. Let us switch.
Taking center stage.
Behold.
Placing some distance. You got this.
Leave it to me!
The world of old and its people shall perish.
Allies, together!
Let's do this!
A mystic shield!
No one here fights alone.
We'll combine our strength!
Let's be cool!
My thanks!
Let's stay calm. Freeze! I won't hold back!
There is no power.
Moving to the rear. This calls for one of these.
Can I help?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've sworn. Oh,
Nice! Strike me if you dare!
I've got just the dance for you. You might say it's to die for.
This is Destroy Caradrius Phase 2. My favorite final boss design in any video game ever. But let's talk about the boss. There's only one target here, which is Destroy Caradrius himself. He's level 85, he has no weaknesses, no resistances. This is a straight up brawl. Now, because of this, he's got a lot of actions, as we will see in just a moment. So we have prepared ourselves by buffing up our entire team and given ourselves a shield that will protect us from pretty much anything he can throw at us. Surviving the first couple of turns is all you really need in order to ensure victory here. With this, all we need to do is ensure that things go our way. Be sure there is some kind of buff on your party and some kind of debuff on Destroy Caradrius as you progress through the encounter. I've made sure to keep 3 Evil Eye Talismans in my item inventory for this very reason. High pressure. An air of extreme intimidation prevents action. The cold world once again, maxing out anxiety ailment attempts. Dakunda on our party. Dakunda on him. And then the link has been severed. And then an attack on Hulkenberg. Tempest shot as well. We all blocked it. Perfect. So what was that about the link had been severed? That right there is an indication that the Melancholia crystals you've destroyed have removed an action from Destroy Caradrius. The difference between you destroying the crystals and not is Destroy Caradrius in this phase will have more press turn icons, and in those moments where he would utilize a link ability, he would not do anything at all if you were to destroy the crystals. So essentially, we are fighting him at the easiest version, but he's still no pushover. He removed all of our buffs, which is very unfortunate. Well, he removed all of his debuffs, which is unfortunate, but we still have access to our strong attacks. So let's move forward and give him a royal sword. Juna backs us up so we do the most damage possible, and let's send this man packing. 11,000 damage. Destroyer Cradrius has 40,000 HP on this version, so it's still going to be a fight. But with Peerless Stonecleaver, we should be able to peel that way away pretty fast. 8,000 damage. Hulkenberg is our primary defense. Holy Knight's Proclamation. And this music. The King of Destruction is the name of the song. King of Destruction. With the amazing version of Academia's theme playing in the background. Oh, it's so good. Let's utilize our Masquerade Charge to boost our attack power. We have a buff on Will, so hopefully Luis will waste time utilizing Takaja. There it is. Okay, that's good. We want him to waste actions on that. The link has been severed. Attack on Hulkenberg. Perfect. Focus shot again. Defense fell on Hulkenberg, but that's okay. She's there to take the hits. Hadian Ice Crag is ice damage. Okay, we were able to face tank it. And debilitate on Hulkenberg. Perfect. He has an overwhelmingly large amount of attacks he can throw at us, but we're not gonna let that give in. Let's utilize Heroes Proving. Boost our stats again. With Stroll, well, we could do this. I think it'd be best if we utilize, potentially, let's use his action to apply a, where could it be? An Evil Eye Talisman. Because then with Hulkenberg, we can utilize Holy Knight's Proclamation to protect ourselves. Juna can use Masquerade Charge, which is already in effect, apparently. Okay, yeah, it is already in effect, which means we can use our final Evil Eye Talisman. Move to Will, rush forward, Royal Sword. 15,000 damage. Unfortunately, we don't have enough actions for Peerless Stonecleaver. Let's go, let's back up, and let's make sure everyone is healthy. Let's do a Great Spirit Dust to top everyone off. Will's in the front row, which could be a little dangerous, but I'm sure Hulkenberg's defenses will help just fine.
Why? Why can you not understand my ideals? A world born of fantasy. It must not be.
The link has been severed once again. Attack on Hulkenberg. Destructor's Flare. We dodged it. Perfect. And Soul Scream. He's going to provide more actions for himself. We got the repel. Let's go. All of those actions gone. Okay. Thank you for staying alive, Juna. Holy Knight's Proclamation once more. Juna, apply that Masquerade Charge. Will, let's finish this once and for all.
Get him!
How's this? But why? Why is it still beyond me?
Dawn breaks.
this mean he's won? I'm not dreaming this.
He did it!
Not yet. I have my ideals. Witness!
Everyone's fighting their fear and anxiety. Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him the fall of his world!
Hold fast to your ideals! 'Tis your sworn duty as king!
You wielded the power of kings! It's time to stop following in their footsteps! Now it's your turn to take your place with them!
Your fantasy is naught but lies!
What? What's going on?
Fantasy is more than an empty dream. It's a dream with the power to change the world!
Damn you!
That must be the Lord that governs Utopia in all worthy champions. The hero's archetype. The king. I see. At long last, fantasy has become a force that frees people from anxiety. A harbinger of change for a deadlocked reality.
The people have chosen my son. With that, my tremendous gamble hath borne fruit. Thus it is that my duty here draws to a close.
And now, the novel you wrote with such passion will finally begin a new chapter.
This voice... could it be? But how?
While flames swept through the sanctum, I cast a final spell to abandon my body and survive in soul. I became an immaterial being among the fairies. I had to, so I might provide guidance to the child on his most perilous path.
The power of the archetypes. Was that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it. My voice carried the words they needed to hear. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might be grasped by anyone with the will to change the world. And anyone has the power to change the world. Those children proved as much. Now, That boy has grasped the courage of a warrior. All dragons who still roamed the continent have fallen by his hand. For what greater embodiment of the impossible is there than a dragon? And he now possesses the power and will to quell those forces.
I see. Then he is not so weak a child that I must hold his hand. I am truly sorry. I lost all the power I once knew. I saw the sanctum burn. And you. I lost you. Once they took our child from me, all my remaining hope went with him. And so I placed my faith in the royal magic. I believed that if this world would choose him, there would still be hope.
This shall do. That boy's fight, and ours, is finally over. The people no longer need some mystic relic or some lofty magics to soothe their fears. They have found the strength to overcome it within, provided they can turn their anxiety into strength and never stop walking toward the unknown. Reality will ever change. Their world shall be one full of possibility.
This isn't about the throne anymore. It marks the beginning of a new era, led by those who are truly worthy of the people's trust. Almost the appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new king's reign. And with it, my true passing. However, if I may truly end my life with pride in my boy, and my love at my side, I've no regrets.
It's been a long road to this moment, hasn't it?
It has indeed. But for our son, a new journey now begins. Heed me, all people of the kingdom. Dawn breaks, and the appointed hour hath come.
He speaks. With the announcement of our new king, everything finally ends.
I now settle the long-contested succession to the throne. They who hath gathered the most faith from their subjects amassed, they who have overcome this fierce contest, the throne's new sovereign, I now reveal. Behold, your new king of your kingdom united.
Certainly did, love. He really did. Oh, I still can't believe it. That boy pulled it off. His Majesty, the new king.
I won't accept it! The new king is Camp Louis.
You can't just crown his son after all. That's cheating, that is. Rise up, people! Riot!
Disorderly conduct will not be permitted.
Settle down. The tournament is over. Our new king has been decided, and the royal capital falls under His Majesty's rule. Threaten it, and you shall face the wrath of the crowned theocracy's warrior monks.
Bloody fantastic. They really did it.
Quietude descended once again upon the royal capital, and the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
coronation really crept up on us. There's a lot of people in the crowd.
I hope I can do this.
Don't tell me you're nervous. After everything we survived already, stage fright should be nothing for you.
All the same, my heart's pounding out of my chest.
Is it? Nothing you're not used to then. It's just like with the archetypes. Just keep your head high.
It'll be fine. We'll keep the crowd warmed up for you.
Your newfound dignity suits you well, Your Highness. Ah, but I suppose you have outgrown that title. Your Majesty. Yes, that too suits you well.
Your Majesty. I hope I can live up to that title.
By the way, saw some of them Senate fat cats hovering about, acting like they've been supporting us from the start, of course. Always on the winning side, eh?
Better than the alternative, no? Especially since we've got some Luis diehards among the people.
I hear that many are concerned about his proficiency with statecraft. To be honest, I'm not so sure myself.
And their concern is justified. It's not as though I swayed the entire kingdom to my idealistic views.
Juna will stand as moderator at the podium. His Majesty will only be asked for a few brief answers. First, the people would know how you aim to lead them. How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
We have the power to change the world. All of us. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll strive to do my utmost. With all of you at my side.
That's fine. The people have about had it with pompous monologues. Better to say what you mean with determination.
Still, there are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
I'll have to let my work prove my words. With results, I hope everyone can feel that our future will be brighter.
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation. No need to puff up and bluster anymore, what? You'll do fine.
A ruler must only stand tall. The rest is not done alone. We are with you.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more practical work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we can handle them.
Well, it is time to make your first appearance as our king. Let us brace ourselves.
Good luck!
Thanks for always having my back.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty, the new king!
All right, a warm welcome, please! His Majesty, the new king! Your Majesty, you're so young!
Please. My king, your subjects would hear how you intend to lead them.
Relax, okay? Take it easy and use your own words.
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end, I will face any odds.
Now, Your Majesty, a few more words. Naturally, some under your rule now supported other people in the race. How do you respond to their voices?
There will be times I let you down. I know that. Only results can prove my intent. But still, even should you oppose your king, you can always believe in your own future. I will make sure of it!
A nation where dreams and fantasies are always in reach will surely be a challenge.
We'll make it happen.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it! Your attention, please!
No lord remains for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
Long have I awaited the arrival of this day. This journey has reached its end. He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart, and became the king his people had always hoped for. But as this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his birth for a little longer yet. 1 year has passed since the arrival of the new king.
Hey, heard the news? They're finally reopening that mage academy that got closed down.
You don't say. The famous one deep in the Montario Mountains. Really? I'm impressed. It only took them a year.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, their headmistress is none other than Lady Juna.
What? The songstress?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help save the world from Luis, I expect she knows a thing or two about magic. Sounds like they plan to fully open the magic researcher's findings to the people, too. Quite a turn from when the late Sanctifex banned it.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Luis last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us church folk got the boot from the palace.
Hard to believe it's already been a full year. Only natural that there would still be some unrest among the people.
Even the Royal Knights. Their leadership was bound to the church more than anything, and now he's out on his ear too. And replaced by Sir Haisme Noctoul, no less. You believe that? The Royal Knights, led by a Uchief of all things. Though he's one of the 6 partisans himself. When he speaks, everyone listens. No one's about to complain.
Even Parliament now invites citizen representatives to hearings. Strange to think we'd been deaf to the voice of the people until now. It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats. How swiftly the times change, eh?
Credit where it's due. I think it's thanks to His young Majesty. Remember last year's coronation? Unprecedented, that. Saw heroes of all different tribes celebrating the king's victory. Celebrating among the common folk, even. They tell me some of the younger aristocrats have taken to calling it the Great Reconciliation. It really is a tragedy, what happened to his father, the king. But considering how his sons turned out, I hope he's at peace.
Indeed. Yet the real test is still to come. The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
People are smiling more now. The smiles won't solve the multitude of problems we still face.
Speaking of His Majesty, I've also heard some folks saying they've seen a boy wandering around these parts who looks just like him. You don't suppose?
Ah, can't be. Without his escorts? Besides, what business would a king have in this place?
Suppose you're right.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How many days will this take to sort?
After all the trouble you took to flee politics. And somehow you're now the preeminent ladyship of your house. Such is fate.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly. Promising.
It promises that I'll have an eternally cluttered desk.
Here, Your Majesty. I've brought in the next load. And there we go. Not half bad, right? Hey! Isn't the king supposed to be here?
When did he? I've said countless times not to leave unannounced.
Oh, all this decoration doesn't suit me. How'd Luis and Forden put up with all this damn finery? Your Majesty? Are you here? Juna's back from her inspection.
Apologies, Troll. I'll look for him now.
Wait! I'm coming with you!
Oh, good grief. Some things never change. Not that they should.
I'd say life has changed plenty for us. Yet somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
And then, well, I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up sanctists. But those bloody church folk been looking down on us for years, you know? Still, it was other sanctists what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not all bad. Guess me cogs turning. They lost both their Santifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect.
As authority weakens, power falls to the hands of those who have never wielded it. We must ensure it does not corrupt and give rise to new conflict.
Not like it excuses all of them or makes me want to go up and shake a saint's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
It was good talking to you, too.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good, honest work? I'll get you squared, eh?
I'm glad to see more optimism in the world. Still, it'll take more than that to affect true change.
I should have known you'd be wandering around without your escorts again. How is it, being able to hear the city's honest thoughts? If you told them you're the king, it'd knock them sideways. Sorry you ended up coming all this way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
I see. That's too bad.
Are you that disappointed? She's a lucky one for such company. Either way, let's keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard...
Oh, there you are! I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud!
Phew. So you were here.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juna would be back from her expedition today.
I suppose I have no choice.
What is it? You have unfinished business. 'Tis settled. I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Point taken.
He'll be fine. His Majesty is not about to fall prey to some alleyway scandal, surely. Right, Your Majesty. If you see Maria about, do slow down for a chat. She'll be shattered if she finds out she just missed you.
Fine. Now, Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
All right.
Maria, where are you?
Let's go.
This reminds me of the first time Maria went missing. It seems so long ago now. she may be praying in the Grand Cathedral, just like back then. Before heading to the Grand Cathedral, why not go talk to everyone else first? They're all in the royal capital to prepare for the new year, so let's find them. Yeah, we get to walk around and see what kind of kingdom we've built over the past year. We can see the sign is still standing up nice and good. Yeah, Nurse built something that'll last, for sure. Hey, Hulkenberg.
Come now.
When you finish your business outside the palace, please promise me you'll return to resume your duties, Your Majesty. If you take this as my pressuring you not to venture out, that's not it at all. Only that as captain of the Royal Guard, I must know your whereabouts at all times. Well, you needn't be so serious, Hulkenberg. Lighten up, maybe? You mean to say I'm too fussy? Well, it isn't only proper for the captain of the Royal Guard. To be overfamiliar would set a poor example. Imagine the scandalized faces of the rank-and-file guard.
Of course.
That said, not a day goes by that I don't reflect on our travels, now only a year past. I owe regaining my pride as a knight to that journey. I was but a wanderer searching in vain for the prince. It was through you I learned he yet lived. And in the end, it was your ascent to the throne I supported. I never tire of the faces the younger gods make when I tell them of the time you acted as a witness to my duel. Sure brings back memories. Not only of my duel with Radanth, but of the journey we undertook. You were the reason I could endure the fight to the end. I'm pleased to say the knights of today are nothing like what they were under Radanth's command. Soldiers take up their sword not for those in power, but for the people. And as the champion of the people yourself, we will do all in our power to protect you, our king.
Well,
you do not make it easy by sneaking out of the palace as you do, though I suspect the soldiers are getting used to your chaotic tendencies. They know they protect not just a king, but a ruler who stands beside his people and hears their voices declare on truth. I will protect you with my life, as I have always endeavored to do, Your Majesty. Only let me stay by your side to do so.
What do you want to do?
Still the people we can talk to. But did you want to go see Maria now? No. And also, Hulkenberg, you did incredible in that Luis encounter. You protected us just fine. Let's see what the commoners have to say. The Kurt man. Oi, oi! Here's a mug I haven't forgotten. You're the king now, ain't ya? The first time I saw you was the night before the royal funeral, if I recall. No offense, but you didn't exactly look like a prince. Did you think you'd go on to take down the notorious Luis and seize the crown for yourself? I couldn't make up such a story if I tried. Speaking of wild stories, can't you do something about Sunshade Row? What's bothering you? Well, you know the rep old Sunshade Road has. Poor, dirty. But people still struggle to put food on the table here. Have been for a long time. You're a good bloke, and I think you'll make a fine king, but don't you think you can spruce the place up a bit and that'll solve the problem? He doesn't mince words, but I'm glad he's honest, at least. Okay, well, we can put a pen in that, I'm sure. A king? Nah, no way. Well, let's go ahead and just ride around on our sword a little bit. Of course, we'll be able to see all of the roaming dialogue, but let's try to talk to as many people as we can.
This is alright.
I still can't believe it. No matter how many times I see it, the king walking out of the honeybee. The city's pretty much back to it how it was compared to this time last year. Luis had ended up king, who knows where we'd be right now. Not in a good spot. There was a whole tournament nonsense. Nobody could keep their mouths shut while that was going on. As far as a damn fool like me was concerned, the whole lot of you might as well have been telling the truth. You and Luis were just two sides of the same coin. Take no offense, will ya? Not like I could tell a lie from the truth if I tried. Fair enough. It was almost always guaranteed to be either him or us. Really wasn't any other way this could have gone.
Pleasure to see you.
Why, hello, Your Majesty. It's only been a year since your coronation, but I see you've become quite apt at sneaking away from your palatial duties. Under constant fire from knaves of all trades, con artists, and critics alike, your opening act has been rather tumultuous, no? Well, I mean, oh, has it? I hadn't noticed. How kingly an answer. Never missing an opportunity to display how capable you are. Commendable. Besides, most of those agitators are the kind of scum that stirs the pot in hopes that they might benefit from the country's turmoil. Nothing I couldn't handle, of course. All in a day's work for the royal adjutant to the Citizens' Council. Quite an ally I have made, I should hope.
Hey.
I wonder if my mother would be the slightest bit proud to see who I've become. That I'm doing my damnedest to use my talents for good, as I always should have. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yes.
I would hope so. I was such a problem child. I'd like to make this a country where honest folk like my mother can be happy.
Now that you mention it.
Ah, that reminds me. Do you remember Dottram, my hometown's landowner? He told me to send you his regards. He since confessed to his crimes and is awaiting trial. You were the one who awakened his conscience. It makes sense, doesn't it? You've proven your ideals to be true. That's why the country's doing well. There's nothing more to it.
Thank you.
I'm hardly qualified to speak of pride, but if this country has one, it's you. And I'm proud to be among its people. Perhaps under your rule, the day will come that even we Nydia can walk about freely in our true forms. You're curious what I look like in my true form. I'd be happy to oblige, but let's save that for another time, shall we? Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm sad we never get to see his true form, not even in like concept art or data mined info, but it is what it is. Your Majesty, what are you doing in this wretched sinkhole of a... It may be better than it was before, but this is still Sunshade Row. It's no place for a king, Your Majesty. Fewer folks are hanging for nothing these days. But there's still no shortage of knaves who'll die at the end of a rope. As long as there's injustice, there'll be people who think it gives them a free pass, which means there'll be gallows. Last year changed a lot, big and small. I'll hold my post here, hoping the next year's better rather than worse. Well, let's make sure we can make that together. Hey, Basilio, Heisman, what's going on? Hey, aren't you inspecting again? Seems a right pain to me. I appreciate you going to all the effort. How fares the city? All's well, I take it? Wish I had something to report, but I don't. Guess what happens when you make a guy like me captain of the Tradian Brigade. Bit of a mouthful, innit? Still not used to calling myself a captain besides. You've taken even some survivors from Luis's troops, you know? But don't you worry. I've got 2 eyes on them even when I ain't looking. The way I see it, they weren't the ones trying to make the world worse. I just gotta show them power is supposed to be used, yeah? We owe it to you that there's less discrimination in the city these days. You and Vera are turned into a life of crime to make ends meet. If Del could see Grand Trad today, his eyes would be bug out. And not just Del, all the guys who didn't make it. Only wish they could have seen it for themselves.
Yeah,
same. But as long as we keep him in our memory, it's as close to saving him as we can get. Vinka included. We built this piece with a lot of blood and tears. So I say those of us who made it this far owe it to all of them. With that, what didn't do protect it. Maybe I got nothing to report today. But it's not like bad people just stop being bad because you're king now.
Thank you.
You've been through a lot though. So thanks for not giving up on us. Or the world for that matter. You spot any trouble that I didn't spot first, you just point at me and at it. I'll solve it quick like. That's good. Hey, Eyes May!
Oh.
Well, I see our king is out on some personal business, eh? I believe Hulkenberg was searching for you, but I suppose it's none of my business who comes or goes. I'm on break myself. Only, try not to frustrate your royal guards too overmuch, They all take their duties quite seriously, much like their captain. Who am I kidding? A knight who smiles is surely a myth. That's become clear to me since becoming titled. What could be more bizarre? A Ujif outcast, once a wanted criminal with a bounty on his head, made knight commander? There was, of course, some opposition at first, but the more heart-to-heart talks I've had, the more accepting they're become, albeit gradually. They needn't look further than the outcasts who became their king.
True.
Indeed. You face no shortage of persecution, and look at you now. Grand titles and posts across the nation are no different, spread across all the tribes. I've realized over the past year just how much a nation is defined by its people. No matter how great a king, he alone does not a country make.
However,
yet he stands for those very people, as symbol and representative. That the king and those around him are a mix of mixed tribes. It has already caused a great shift in sentiment, even for those in the rural villages.
Now that you mention it.
And just how is Tadari these days?
Yes.
He seems as busy as he can handle. Now that we've resumed trade with other villages. Your coronation inspired that village to greater heights. It proved that barriers can be broken, and that even they could take the first step. New winds are blowing in every corner of this country. I'll have to make another trip back home with my son to see the changes for myself soon enough. And someday, I hope distant generations will grow up only knowing conflict born of tribal differences from history books.
We shall.
We've ways to go before that day comes, but until it does, let us forge a path toward it, Your Majesty. Sounds amazing. No one else over here wants to talk to us? Waging my life savings on the prince, so I'm over the moon, your mate. See if there's anyone over here in this area. Oh, we've got some talkers.
It's just too
You lived in a giant sandworm to research bugs. Quite right. And gold beetles from all over the kingdom as well. Insects are vital to understanding the essence of magic. You know, I thought their only use was disgusting Matern cuisine. What a find. Say, what would you say lending your wisdom to my shop? You could do business in the open now, thanks to the king. Ho ho ho! I'm gratified by the offer. Another supports my research. Seems like the gold beetle man who studied dragons is doing well for himself. Good to hear. So, let's go ahead and move over here towards the weapon shop. Oh hey, it's the kid who was calling us slurs because we were an Elda. Whoa, Elda! You really became king! King! Oh, hey, king! Oh, king! He seems to be enjoying himself. Neither Luis nor Forden took the crown. It was an Elder of all people. Guess our bets were completely off the mark. Yeah, well, something stinks about it. Magic is at work, so who knows? And did you hear the rumor? They're saying those disgusting humans are our ancestors. Nothing but crazy stories since the new king took the throne. The king held it together this year, but who knows if it'll last another. That's true. Make good progress right now, but we gotta make sure we keep it up. What's up, Mag Broker? Why, your majesty. Surely your kingliness has no further need of my paltry sums for your mag. Besides, I hear the Mage Academy's been restored. Is it true that anyone of status can attend? Original magic. You're trying to end reliance on igniters. Only a matter of time till accumulators like this are obsolete then. I think that's great, personally. It's probably about time to shut this operation down anyway. Not that I expect the Igniter Consortium would let it go without a fight. Lyshone would stand with you, of course, but they're not infallible either. That's true.
Oh, very nice.
You might be king, but nothing'll change. You'll forget about me. You'll forget I was even here. I'll help all that need it. Help, you say? You've seen that a lot, haven't you? I've been watching you. For a while, for a long time. Here in the corner of the city. I hate people who look. See platypus like me, no place to go. Pretend they see nothing. Don't forget that.
Oh, very nice.
Alright. What's going on, Julian?
Well.
Oh, your majesty. Running around Sunshade Row at this time of year. You must have some very particular tastes. Perhaps you've heard. There's unrest across the land as the oppressed are rising up in revolt against their oppressors.
Yes.
Or perhaps that news hasn't reached your walled garden here in Grand Trad. History books may not be kind to this era. You mean me, right? Goodness, you truly are dense. Don't you realize how your dangerous ideology has become the spark of new threats? The dim-witted of the world only fan the flames with their anxiety. Be it people or monsters, to be dissatisfied is in our nature. Well, this doesn't seem like he's very happy about me being king.
Welcome.
My, if it isn't his majesty. You always were partial to Sunshade Row, weren't you? I knew you've hardly had a chance to warm to that throne of yours, but the people here are as poor as they've ever been. Money's the only way anyone gets out. It was big news that the Mage Academy reopened to anyone, but think about it. Only the rich can travel up a mountain. Sorry, I shouldn't talk your ear off about politics. There's a new year to ring in. Looking forward to a more relaxing new year without all the frantic work. Have a happy new year yourself, your majesty.
Thank you kindly.
I'm sure there's something we can figure out when it comes to helping out Sunshade Row. Well, look, it's Gleckham. Oi, been a while, no? You must remember me. I'm Sergeant Gleckham the Great. Drunk as usual. Well, you see, that's the thing. End of the year's a perfect time for a flagon, eh? And again, every day is a perfect time for a flagon. But you know, I've been trying to cut back, actually. When we lost Fidelio, God rest his soul, drink was the only thing that kept me from going mad.
I guess.
Certainly couldn't follow Luis after that, so leaving the Carandrius was sound. But it's still hard for a platypus to find decent work. Drinking my life away seemed the way to go. I assumed all of us from Luis's side who survived would have been sent straight to the gallows. But letting us join the brigade. Well, real generous of you. Not sure I would have fit in anywhere else, speaking plain. Plus, with old Basilio in charge, I'm feeling right at home. Now I've been back to drinking for the fun of it, and I owe all of it to you, your majesty. Alright.
Oh, very nice.
Seems rumors of the king running around Sunshade Row were true. I have no intention of prying now. Thanks to you besting Luis, I got to keep running my shop. Wasn't sure I would with the sky turning red there. Not sure we could take another war. What worries you? Nothing in particular. Didn't say that because I think it'll happen, just that nothing ever quite goes the way you think it will, eh? As long as people worry, people will want weapons. So I guess I'll be in business a good while longer. That's very true. Let's keep it going. Hey, Your Majesty, listen to this. We just had a guest in the store claiming to be the chief of Etria. He said he wanted ingredients for the withering poison they used in the islands. And, how should I put this? That Mastari village chief. He's rather, easy on the eyes, wouldn't you say? Wait, sorry, forget about that. I swear I had a point. I wanted to tell you that all sorts of people come visit now. I enjoy doing business more now than I ever did before. I ship it. It's fine. Activist woman.
Excuse me?
Under the current king, people are finally starting to question the discrimination against the inferior tribes. But tribal friction is deeply rooted in society, so we've got our work cut out for us. That we do, but we can work it together.
It's just too much.
Everything's back to normal, except the one thing that mattered. Luis ensured my husband would never come home again. But I'm grateful for you. You stayed by my side and gave me courage during my darkest hour.
That'd be lovely.
Oh, don't say that. You always cheered me up with your gossip and the funny stories you told. If you're not opposed, I'd like to live on with you. I think together we can deal with whatever comes our way. Yes, you're right. Together we'll make it through, and I'll need your support. Well, seems like that's going well. Let's go over here towards San Lumio Street and see if we can't interact with anyone over there. Alright, well, looks quite lively around here. Even Sunshine Road seems safer these days. Well, that's the hope. Hello there, Your Majesty the King. I still remember that night in the city when I first laid eyes on you. The evening of the royal funeral. It was the first time I'd ever seen someone from the Elder tribe, and I immediately knew that something was special about you.
Sure we'll meet again.
And I'd say I was right on the money. Yeah, definitely. I'm sure you weren't changing your story. I wondered how things would be going for a while there, but things seemed quite under control now. I'm glad the threatening madman didn't end up king. Still, an upstart from a forgotten tribe has no business slighting the established nobility. A king with nothing but flowery speeches and ideals will hit a wall before too long. No different from the last king, really. I'm gonna try our best to prove them wrong, for sure. Right over here, we have some more individuals. Let's see what you are. The runner fanatic. Can't believe the owner of this sweet gauntlet runner ended up king. But it helped me come to a decision. In the new year, I'm going to see even more gauntlet runners. Hey, sounds good. Hey, Lena! Hiya, boss! Oh, dang, I suppose I shouldn't be speaking to you so casually, huh? That's fine. Then again, we were rivals, weren't we? And Caden Workshop's the official workshop of the Palace Engineers now. Not that it's here nor there. Besides, I'm glad you got the crown. Still lots of humans out there you'll have to deal with, and you'll need a gauntlet runner to get to them. Caden Workshop thanks you for your patronage. Glad to see that her and her lots are doing well for themselves. Well, 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 look who it is, Kaiba. You moron, can't you see I'm busy? Oh, it's you, Your Majesty. Remember me, do ya? Yeah, of course. Well, well, seems your reputation of remembering even the faces of those in lower ranks is true. Indeed, I am Kaiba, former maintenance chief of the Luis's Gauntlet Runner. I was just examining Your Majesty's Gauntlet Runner as part of my research duties. I recall how astonished I was to see her take to the sky for the first time. I wanted to get back to my engineer roots, but then Luis started showing his true colors and the graduates went down. I've got to say, Your Majesty, you're too soft. We used to be enemies, but you recommended us for the brigade and gave us work anyway. Pretty genius making old Basilio the captain too. Luis's old crew will fall in line like wooden soldiers, though I'm not sure that kind of leniency affords his nations. So off with you, huh? Can't imagine you can afford to waste time on relics like me. Be well, Your Majesty. Yeah, well, we'll do what we can. Amazing. How's the gate going, gate guard? An elder. The King's tribe. Won't catch anyone bad-mouthing them now. Not openly, anyway. What do you think of the current king? In my opinion, he's a victim of the last one. If you think about it, he used the royal magic to put the whole kingdom in chaos, and that's what caused Luis's rebellion in the first place. Who's the real root of all evil here? I lost a good number of friends to it all. Couldn't bring myself to mourn the death of the last king. Still can't. Rest in peace, his old fool. He's not exactly wrong, but there's a lot more nuance to it than just that. Ah, there's Rodolphe. Can't ever forget that face.
Yes, hello.
To think that you, of all people, would end up becoming king. I never expected it, but I'll tell you one thing. Wax poetic about your ideals all you want. When it comes to protecting the country, only power will suffice. The people don't approve. The people don't all approve of a dreamer king. Who are you? I won't let you down. Easier said than done. How much has the country truly changed in the past year? Have your policies truly fared better than Luis's would have? If all you do is talk, you're no better than the last king. All ideals, no power. Just the same. Oh, well, it's only been 1 year. Give me a second. I still remember the day I met you last year, your majesty. I thought you had a kind heart, bothering to listen to an old man's folk tales. A sincere young man loved by fairies finds happiness. Folk tales aren't just tired old stories for dreamers. I'd say they have power to tell the future sometimes. Though, maybe that's giving them a little too much credit. Maybe not necessarily.
You are.
Now, who's this? Is your old majesty the king? What's brought you to my little dive? Come to think of it, I said some rude things to you last year. Told you to keep your elder head down. No hard feelings. Tribal quarrels haven't quieted down here at all. Might even be worse now that everyone's equal in the eyes of the law. Sometimes fists just need to fly. It's not like it was back when the sky was red as blood and death was everywhere. In fact, it's amusing to see new faces around here. It's a good change, I think. I think so too. Well, how you doing, Juna? Oi, there you are, Will. Heard you were in town, so I decided to see if we might cross paths. I have so much to tell you about my inspection, so I'm afraid you'll need to clear your diary for me soon. Did you bring any souvenirs?
Gosh.
Let's just focus on the report. Don't worry, I'll give you just the gist. Firstly, the Mage Academy's reconstruction is going swimmingly. Repairs are in full swing, and we are already processing admissions. I must say, I'm still surprised you appointed me, of all people, to be the Academy's headmistress. I was rather looking forward to going back on tour as a songstress. Oh, and shall I introduce you to my furry little friend? I scooped him up in the Academy, of all places. During the reconstruction, they stumbled on the little guy in some kind of observatory, supposedly used by the king long ago. Considering the igniter around his neck, I'm sure he was being taken care of. I mean, there's no way a cat could survive alone in the cold, could he? Regardless, our mysterious kitty is only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Academy. All that knowledge was lost when it fell, so we're starting from scratch. May even be hiding secrets as big as the Dragon Temple or the Sanctum. And I'm keeping the cat. Feels like fate, you know? Speaking of fate, on my way back, I met up with Myrtis.
Now we're talking.
She's been keeping well, I hope.
Yeah.
More than well. Her throat's been fine, and she's a fairly prominent singer about the town now. We just keep soaring to new heights. Her and her music, and me coming face to face with magic again.
Hey.
Surely you remember, magic was the first magic born. Music was the first magic born in this world, yes? When the heart expresses itself through music, it moves the hearts of others. And when they make hearts swell, why, there's no end to the magic. So just you watch. With music and magic at my side, I'm going to change the world. All will have equal opportunity to hone their talents at the Mage Academy. Our doors are open to all. And that's what my sister would have wanted. And if it makes the world a better place, why, isn't that just grand?
Magic.
Rella taught me that magic is more than a tool. It's in all of us, deep in our hearts. Of course, the most important part about all this is that...
Wait
a sec. Isn't that the cat from Academia? If that place was made of magic, how is it here in real life? Say nothing of how he could have survived in a deserted ruin buried in the snow. This shouldn't be possible, right? Who knows? It's a mystery after mystery around here. If memory serves, the last king did build himself a study in the Mage Academy. Do you think Academia was styled after that, maybe? Yes, it was. I wonder what His Majesty, what Moore felt when he put this little guy in Academia. Cat tends to himself quietly, utterly impartial to us. It's good to see that Plateau survived everything. And with that hat, Juna, you guys make a good witch couple. Yeah, that'll do good. Ah, you. Every single time we talked to you, you had something incredibly racist to say to us. What do you have to say now? And Elda, wait, aren't you His Majesty the King? Why would you be in a place like this? I can't be here? Obviously not! You mock me, Your Majesty! I thought we'd see less of that kind of stuff, but I guess we couldn't expect prejudice against Elda to disappear overnight. Well, same old, same old. Honestly, I guess at least she's consistent. Hey, Jin. Ah, is that Your Majesty? What fortune to bump into you at the end of the year like this. Is there anything that my humble personage might be able to do for you, your radiance? I am at your service. Say one glorious word, and I shall most happily...
Honestly.
Okay, laying on a little thick, aren't we? Isn't that forked tongue that got you in trouble the last time? You hear me? One wrong move, and I'm turning you over to Basilio. You've got to turn your life around. Of course. Oh, well, thanks, Gallica. That saved me a lot of time.
Has become magnificent indeed.
Let's go see what's across the street over here. We got another candidate to talk to.
Hey.
What's the word, Your Majesty? Just one question, if I may. When are you gonna lower the booze prices in this country? I'm only codding you. Haven't much felt like drinking till I black out so often anymore. After I entered the tournament, I really went through some stuff. I was acting like a fool on the world stage, and you too.
Yeah.
I'm grateful, you know. Can't speak for the rest of the country, but you've done right by us Platypus. We've got it better than we ever did. Some chuckleheads out there still try to take their aggression out on us, but they've just been venting, probably. I'm sure you'll do something soon enough. That's my goal. Ah, Cabio! Sorry, hang on. No, this is not the right guy. Traveling with Lady Juno sure was fun. Ugh. Your Majesty! What business do you have with a former helmsman like me? What about Juno now? I had the honor of attending to her during an expedition. Actually, I think she's on her way to the palace in order to meet with you. You didn't hear from Chief Magnus. Lady Juno was off inspecting the Mage Academy. I was the flight's helmsman. It knocked me on my ass when Lady Juno left Luisa's company, you know? I left right after she did. Anyway, I'm still undecided about you being king and all that, but I do appreciate you taking me in, so I'm gonna work to repay that favor.
Control, yeah?
On that note, about time I get back to work. Oh, and don't tell the chief I was shooting the breeze here, eh, Your Majesty? Well, as long as you keep doing your job well, man, we won't have any problems. Hello, Brigida. The king himself out browsing the shops. Perhaps I need to draft up a royal certificate of appointment. Tell the world we supply goods to the royal family. Well, anything you'd recommend? One igniter in particular, in fact. Though I'm afraid we're all sold out of the moment. The igniter I made at the children's request, the one that lights up with rainbow colors, is selling startlingly well. The store was packed with families and children. I now hold a position where I control the distribution of all manner of goods throughout the kingdom as the head of the Igniter Consortium. I can't help but think that if I had been in this position sooner, then the church's violence, the tragedy of that village could have been prevented. But there was nothing you could have done at that time, Brigitte. I know that. Only rose to this position once you became king and shed light on what lurked in the shadows of this country. Though you can't take full credit, as it were, I was nominated for my new position by my colleagues. Our new king has changed this country for the better. However, as a former arms dealer, it would be naive to think all weapons can never disappear from this world.
Yet.
It's all the more reason I hope that the reasons for people to wield them continue to decline. To that end, I'll continue to doing all that I possibly can, with all that I am. Just as you do.
Speaking of...
Ah, yes. Do you remember my dog? I found the ones who took her. Naturally, I considered ending their lives. But there she was, sitting beside them. Evidently, they could not bring themselves to harm such a sweet creature, so they decided to keep her instead. I had no choice but to spare their lives. I couldn't subject a gentle dog to the atrocities I'd commit in her name. You should come play with her sometimes. I'm sure she remembers you. It's good to know that the dog survived, at the very least. Let's cross the street and talk with my best boy, Batlin.
Oh.
Well, hello there, Your Majesty. Still as laid back as ever, I see. I myself have been crying like a baby, for I find my position as chairman of parliament quite an unfamiliar one. Still, I've considered these open to all parliamentary meetings. Compiling all those opinions is indeed hard work, but work well worth doing. It won't be easy for those who are at the church's beck and call to change, but I think they've been starting to see what they turned a blind eye to. At least a bit, no? A person who speaks the real truth to the public without yielding to authority. That's what my father and I wished for. A true and proper town crier. This country's turned over a new leaf, but there's still so many problems to work out. It seems the rural regions are still suffering from human havoc. All I'm saying is we're a long way from utopia, but still the first step is as important as the last, and we're taking big ones. Denny!
Hey.
Hello there, Your Majesty. It's good to see that you're doing as well as ever. I've just left a meeting with the provincial lords. I also preach to the Masari teachings in various areas when the opportunity arises. Many still push back against such teachings, but that's perfectly fine. The country is well served by different perspectives. Many of the villagers have come around to this too, you know? I think that's because you all face such danger on our behalf. Still, it won't be easy to change the entirety of Euchronia. Its history is embedded deep in its roots. The country is larger, and some people will need all the power you have. The true test of your values has only just begun.
May God keep you, child.
All right.
Huh. Are you surveying the city incognito, Your Majesty? Your escorts would be aghast. Not that I think anyone is truly capable of harming you. As you are aware, faith in the Sanctus Church plummeted after our misdeeds were exposed. I admit, we were arrogant and unjust, wicked in custom. But people have found salvation through the church as well. I intend to restore the Saints' Church to its true purpose, to offer salvation to those in need. As Sanctarch, and as someone who is saved by the Sanctus faith myself, that is all I can do to return the favor. I trust you'll do well, Godot. Ah, Yufa, our probably soon-to-be queen-to-be.
Greetings.
Working hard as ever, Will. Were you going about the town and listening to what the people have to say? Myself, I've just come from the Crown Court, where I've been consulting with the people about their grievances and disputes as Chief Magistrate.
Well,
our court is taking on common grievances?
Yes, of course.
In the past, we were busy with cases of violence and theft, but those have decreased remarkably.
In truth.
As you're undoubtedly aware, in the past, many citizens were sentenced to hang without so much as a trial.
Yes.
I'm pleased to report things are different now. Anyone, regardless of race or status, can tell their side of the story in court and be judged equally and fairly. It just goes to show anything is possible, even for a priestess to become a chief magistrate. And my brother is making great strides as village chief. He rather hated the role before, but he's truly found his calling, I think.
The reason is...
As I said, no one knows what the future holds. It's all the more reason I try to guide people to good choices. I want to live in a society that practices kindness, where those who suffer need not turn to crime. And so I practice what I preach.
Now that you mention it...
The other day I went to visit Ovi's church to inquire with those who are sick about how the kingdom can be more accessible to them. And was Ovi doing well?
Very well.
Yes, we practiced dancing together, and we showed her mother. All of them are ready to ease into working again. Hearing them made me reflect on all the people who still need our help. Until now, the only hope those people had was God.
I do believe...
Still want to fight for them to have options, under laws and systems that they can rely on in addition to higher power. A country where all the tribes with their values can join in hands in harmony. That's what we need.
Because...
You aim to achieve that too, yes, Your Majesty? I hope you'll allow me to keep walking alongside you in this. Oh, definitely. Absolutely. Okay, well, let's move to the Grand Cathedral. Well, it's Goddard.
Right.
Well, if it isn't Your Majesty. It's been a year since you've ascended the throne, and quick one at that. Feels like the strife with Luis was but a bad dream. Had you asked me then, I would have been wringing my hands about one so young leading the kingdom. But now, I'm embarrassed to have thought it. You had a keen eye to recognize the danger Luis posed, and are bravest still to have fought him. You have a kingly caliber I never truly possessed. Still, a single year is but a drop in the proverbial bucket. Stay vigilant, King. Will do, Goddard. Thanks for the advice. How about you, my good man? You were one of the nice people here. Oh, Your Majesty. It's been quite some time since we've met, but I've never forgotten you. You were a young elder about town from the recruitment center to the mausoleum. I watched from the shadows. There's still some times where people hurl abuse on me for being Mustari. However, thanks to Your Majesty, I can run my business with pride. Just goes to show that it's going to take time to eliminate prejudices like that. We've got to keep at it. That we do. That we do. Hey, Barden! What's going on, man? What an unexpected coincidence, Your Majesty. No gods with you today. Don't worry, I'm no tattletale. I myself was just looking for a meeting going over how the provincial governments are doing. We convened for the new year.
So,
how are things in Martira? Oh, it's as lively as it used to be. We all owe it to you, Your Majesty. The dodgy mess you cleaned up for us feels like ancient history now. And I'm pleased to report, as their head of the provincial lords, it's nothing but good news reaching my ears. Better relations between towns as employment up and overall welfare, too. Each town has specialties and wisdom to offer, and when we combine our heads, there's no problem we can't solve. I just feel so blessed to be part of it. I know I made some blunders when I first stepped into the governor's role, but I'm happy to be sharing my failings so others don't repeat my mistakes. That really brings me back.
Got to say,
I know I was trying to do too much on my own with me own back by then, and I got a bit overzealous. Of course, some lords are like I once was, and would rather manage things at their sole discretion than leave things to the people. And yes, taking every matter to public opinion can be laborious, but with all that proceedings, with all that proceedings and disputes, still, changing our own lives with our own hands makes the process more worth the trouble. And choosing a king of our own will was all the inspiration we needed for change. That is very true. Ah, Katharina. Oi, well, if it ain't the big man himself. Good timing, mate. I just got back into town myself. Long time no see, Katharina.
Oh, right.
Ain't it been? I've been out traveling since I took the reins on the Seekers recon team. Hard to believe it's been half a year. Crazy doesn't begin to describe what's beyond the sea. The sights, the magic, everything's so fantastic. I'm already itching to get back out there. Well, I'm not especially keen on dodging the bloody cannonballs when my ship gets too close. Lots of tension out there, but what country is tense? Everything from the customs to the way they think is so different. My head spins. Makes all the tribal bickering seem right dull, if I can speak my mind. But this country's changing for the better. I'm glad I turned over the throne to you.
Hold on.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Oh, come on, I'm just roasting ya. After we knocked heads, I knew I could trust you making the lives of us platypus better than they was. All my cohort have found jobs, and some of them have even picked up new skills from being out at the sea so long.
See you soon, I hope.
But don't you worry your kingly head. I'll have it all whipped up in a report for you. So don't do some proper kingish with it, yeah? Don't worry, I will. It's literally in my name. Aha! The man I've been looking for! Salva!
Oh, hello, Madison. I can't really deal with you. I had a good time on the continent.
I can't deny that.
Oh, victory is one point. I can't have a place in half. Despite the fact that I kept a strong of the snake eye, you know? I heard ways in Luis certainly has one of big for the sky on whole talent. But hey, here the door had become. I never want he wanted a big world of war. I thought I'd had a place in Luis's past forces after he disgusted with the status corruption and the royal logic, and his true intentions were worse than I could have added. It was the general who warned me yet then. He said my experience leading a force and experience is invaluable. I'd only taken the jar of what to inform me, but a trained split to serve with pride in the state area against him and trust him. So, I don't know what he wanted or not.
May God keep you, child.
He works in strange ways, my friend. He works in strange ways. We'll hold on to Stroll for just a little bit longer. We'll see if there's anything interesting around here. Aha! Well. Hey, Greer Day? It's been quite some time, hasn't it, Will? You've matured a great deal since the short years since I last saw you. Rumors of your rule have reached even the Sanctum. Some are kinder than others. Taking the reins of a runaway country must have its share of difficulties. Your face tells me as much. A frail child who could do little more than lie on the brink of death has come so far. Goodness, tears come so easily with the old age. I'm grateful for you. I did nothing. You're the one who achieved everything. I'm surprised to see you in Grand Trad, Lady Greer Day. It's a curious thing. I received a rather forceful invitation here, you see, from one of your friends, the girl named Juna. Goodness knows how many times she's already come to visit the Sanctum, seeking instruction on magic. Some of the villagers are rather smitten with her. She declared that if I wouldn't feel welcome coming to Grand Trad, she would have a highway built directly between the capital and the Sanctum. Oh, Juna. She probably would. So there you have it. Now then, Will. Oh, rather, King Will. The 1,000-year seclusion of the Elder Tribe may soon come to an end under your guidance. And yet, the journey ahead of you will be hard. The dreams you hope to achieve will feel just out of reach. So do stop by and show your face around our forest sometime. Your mother cannot do so herself, but I can whip up some of her favorite dishes in spirit. Sounds like a great time.
Wonderful, isn't it?
Right over here we have Russell! Russell, you're here! Oh, Gallica! And your highness as well! That's no longer your title, is it? Excuse my impertinence, your majesty. Still, knowing that the New Year's celebrations were just around the corner, I couldn't resist returning to the capital to see how the kingdom was faring. Has it been kind to you? Indeed! I need only look upon their smiling faces to see that. The city feels alive again, and it seems as though the citizens are free to choose their own paths. I must say, I never imagined that I would return here without all the cloak and shadow. I owe a great deal to the work of Lady Juna. To think I'd be able to see Grand Trad with His Highness sitting openly upon the throne. Bosses, are you seeing this as well?
Yep.
We've got a long way to go, but I think Rias would be watching this. I should tell you, a sizable number of villagers in the Sanctum have gained an interest in the outside world. I've been acting as sort of their bridge. It seems this doddering old fool has found a new role, to find the middle ground for both those who wish to preserve tradition and those who seek innovation.
Yep.
I couldn't think of a better man for the job, Russell. I'm sure you'll be great help out in the village. I fought for so long to save this country. Seeing all these smiling faces now, I think perhaps I'm the one being saved. This is a country that protects its people, and the people shape the country in turn. Surely that's the world His late Majesty wished to see. Not to simply chase the ideal of a utopia, but to shape it with our own hands. We've a long way to go, but I trust you'll continue to make this country stronger, Your Majesty. I'll do my very best.
All right then.
All right.
Wonderful, isn't it?
Let's go talk with Stroll.
Grand, isn't it? Ah, wonderful.
Say there.
Hey.
Skulking about the city again, are we? Which is to say, Hulkenberg is on the hunt. Classic game of cat and mouse, though who is which, I dare not say. It has been a year since you ascended the throne. Looks like you've hardly changed. Well, you haven't changed much either, Stroll. That's Lord or General Stroll, Your Majesty. I'll never get used to such titles. I really should take a page from Juna's book. She has a gift for delegating, like she was born to do so. Not that I can talk. I actually came out for a bit of a breather myself. You know, I see now that even those at the top have their struggles. A little too clearly. A general's duties feels overwhelming at times. But there are lives hanging in the balance. I recognize the weight of every decision I make, and I do find satisfaction in protecting those lives. Remember our first meeting back at the recruitment center? I, a fallen noble with nothing to my name, and you a struggling elder traveler. Back then, my only goal was getting ahead. My people were little more than an afterthought. If I hadn't met you, I'd never realized the truth about my fortune, my father's intentions, and I certainly couldn't have saved the Hollyans.
Thank you.
I owe seeing the joy in their faces to you. I think I've said it before, but again, thank you. You need to give yourself some credit too, Stroll.
No.
I would still owe any credit I could take to you for showing me the way. They live stable, peaceful lives thanks to you.
Hey.
You have a whole country on your shoulders now. The road ahead will be full of challenges we can't possibly foresee. Show me the way and I'll blaze the trail. Now and always, it's my role as a warrior to the vanguard.
That's why.
Our titles may have changed, but I'd like to think of our friendship as steadfast as ever. Don't hesitate to rely on me, now and always. There's of course one more bloke we have to talk to out of our followers, that's Nuris. What brings His Royal Majesty here? Come to feel the wind on your face too, have you? I know how it is. I've fancied the old title of Chief Engineer of the Kingdom Infrastructure Development Bureau! I can research as I please now, but something's missing. So I threw off the old stuffy old uniform and came to gaze upon the runner in the way I do.
About that.
I feel like I know what you mean when you say something's missing. I knew you would agree. I think my bones are aching to feel the wind. I'd rather miss the days of dashing hither and thither in the runner. Not that I'm ungrateful for the greatest title you've given to a man who used to skulk about modifying gauntlet runners. You haven't seen anything yet. Why, one day I'll invent a teleportation device that will deliver fresh fish straight from the Oceana to your palatial plates. It would change the world, wouldn't you say? I'm just a bit, stuck at the beginning, on the development. And it's times like these that I need stimulation of the mind. You have anything that might do the trick? Are you gonna send me on another relic hunt? Don't pretend you didn't enjoy it. Every time you pop back in with one, I remember how I hardly could contain my excitement. I do miss traveling like that. Even if the relics themselves were better off left untouched, they became the guiding principles of my research, you know? Convenience is important, but one must consider safety and the effects it might have on the world. An engineer who dumps a burden on the future generations is no engineer at all. Still, it's no small feat to design with a perfect balance of safe and revolutionary. Even if I struggle with it, I'm a bally genius. I knew it. What I need is stimulation, Your Majesty. You know, like the soul-shaking speed and quiver of a drive engine. You'll let me know if you ever want to go out for a spin, won't you? A dear old girl sparkling clean, always ready for takeoff. Your Majesty. It's already been a year since you've ascended to the throne, and 1 year since I lost my bid for it. Thinking back, I have no regrets. I've not been able to defeat Luis in the end, as you did. Well, that's candid of you. I don't know what I expected, really, but I believe in your power, Your Majesty. Though I'll not acquiesce on all fronts, you know. You needn't look further than your 6 partisans, you merry little band. I can appreciate your faith in your inner circle, but to award them all your key posts, why, one might suspect you of collusion. The country requires views from all walks of life. Or put another way, why not appoint me your prime minister? With my guidance, Euchronia would become a land of true beauty. Just when you think he's about to make a decent point, he plays his own angle. Don't let your guard down around this guy. Yeah, I was about to say, oh yeah, we might be able to have some decent dialogue about that, but nope, he's got his own priorities. Either way, We've heard from all the people we can. Let's head to see where Maria is.
That reminds me.
Being here sure brings back memories. You remember how we came here looking for Maria before the tournament for the throne? She was crying back then, though.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember. This country's turned around since then, no doubt about it. I'm sure there will always be differences of opinion, but your ideals are really coming to fruition now. I can feel it. That reminds me, what's up with the book you're carrying around now? Is that the one you've been working on yourself? I'm excited to see what kind of fantasy you can conjure up. Maybe that's not even the word for it. After all, if you're the one putting it into ink, it means you're gonna make it a reality someday. Now then, Your Majesty, shall we get going?
Oh, hello there. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
Am I keeping my promise properly from back then?
Yes, you beat the villain, and now the city's full of smiles. And I'm sure Papa's smiling down on you too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
It's a joy to see kids like her smile. The future changes slowly, and the burden of its momentum will fall on their shoulders one day.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to Your Majesty's and Papa's dream.
Place where I ought to be. The side of myself I ought to show. The path is never clear.
And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
Yes, I expect great things, my trusty advisor.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh, thank you, Your Majesty.
We should be the ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
Everyone!
Long time no see. How have you been?
As we find ourselves afield, I thought I might visit Alsace myself.
Hold on a tick. Those people there. Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Judith, did she really come all this way in a runner? Would have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve. Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside the capital's walls. There's still traces of melancholia around, and the odd human roaming about.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a great deal of this world. Never would have learned if I hadn't pushed out the door and seen it with my own eyes.
He's right. The capital can be a bit of a bubble. There will always be more to do and learn beyond its walls.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day. But we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
We really did just leg it up and down the country slaying dragons, eh? Can't believe we actually survived it.
They were dangerous times, but exciting ones too.
When we fought to appease the dragon god, I had no idea we would have to face another 4 dragons.
Nor I. Never thought the day would come when I'd be hailed as a dragon slayer. Life is full of surprises.
Right.
I resolved to believe in my ideals no matter what may come, even back then. Even if the world is slow to change, a king's belief can never waver.
It was a hard road, but we did have fun together, didn't we?
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
And not long after, the new year dawned.
A journey? Are you really planning on leaving us?
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad. You've got the people's expectations on your shoulders. It's all right to just sit on your throne and mind the home front, you know?
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Ever the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point, lad. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey, where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
Even the most faraway future begins with the belief that it can be realized. So I'll press onward. That's the best I can do.
If that was your plan, you could have just said so.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the bally court engineer, I've no choice but to come along. I'm the only driver fit to maneuver the Royal Skyrunner after all. And why, you're the Dragon Slayer King, bane of monsters all across the country. When I imagine what sort of wondrous encounters you've got next, well, I'm all agog. Yes, here begins our quest anew. Let us sally forth upon our... hello? Are you not listening to me?
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Nurse, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
Are you sure about this?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience and emotion. Even if decided justly and supported by prosperity, the people may struggle to trust a king whose face they do not know. An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again. Really, it might be the wisest move to make sure you're a king everyone knows.
My friends and allies believe as I do. Their support is the greatest treasure I could ever have.
Still, this early into the new year, 'tis never a dull moment in your Majesty's employ.
Bit of a smaller party than we last set out with, huh? But it's a pleasure to be on the road again with you.
Okay, but can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? We'll just have to lead by example.
Right then, let's go.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? A timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer. But he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Feels familiar. It's been far too long.
Aye, the wind feels an echo of days past.
Unusually poetic for you.
They're awful, aren't they? They would have left us behind.
Well, I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Wow! Amazing!
Poetic indeed. That the scepter's absence restored order to Magla, and even greenery to the sands.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
And with that, Metaphor Fantazio comes to a close. What a journey this game is. Okay, let's start at the beginning. When Atlas announced a project named Project Refantasy back in 2017, I'll be perfectly honest, I was very skeptical. I was not really interested in seeing how Atlas would adapt their style to a fantasy setting. It was a project that I knew existed, but just didn't really care much for, and didn't really expect it to amount to much. Fast forward to 2023's Xbox Showcase, they revealed Metaphori Fantazio, and I was genuinely shocked. Absolutely flabbergasted. I mean, it's probably the best word to give. The initial presentation for this game was amazing to me. The art style, the soundtrack, the plot premise, it was a lot to take in. And then fast forward to 2024. The game releases, and it is in a perfect storm. Metaphori Fantazio is a story, to me personally, it probably holds a lot more meaning than it does to a lot of other gamers who likely see it as just another Atlas game, and just another game that is fighting back against racism and tyrants, and a story about gaining friends and learning to come together. But because of the way that this game presents itself as one that throws subtlety away, which is normally something I criticize games for. I don't like it whenever they wear their message on the sleeve. But the way that Metaphor presents itself, and especially in the time that it was released in, it created a perfect storm. I'm sure anyone who isn't living under a rock right now knows what kind of chaos is going on in our world right now. And especially back in October of 2024, as someone who lives in the United States, it was a tumultuous time. For reasons I won't get into specifics here, but for those who know, they know. And obtaining this game and playing it and seeing this very clear message being presented to us, and seeing a lot of the scary metaphors and irony that were being felt in real time in our world at that moment. And as someone who loves history, seeing the parallels in the past and seeing that history repeats itself constantly, it was not only incredibly eye-opening, but it was something that it made this experience all that more powerful. Metaphori Fantazio's story is nothing overly special or incredibly well-written or anything, but it was released at an incredibly important time, not only in my life, but in the world's cycle right now. This game could not have released at a better time. And the story that it tells, the messages that it gives to the player is so important for all of us. And I think those that miss that point, maybe look at this game from another angle, and you might see what you missed. But that's all fine and good, but how does the game hold up in terms of being a game? It's great. This is my favorite Atlas game ever. I love Persona, I love Shin Megami Tensei, I love Devil Summoner, I love almost every single main Atlas product they've ever released. And Metaphori Fantazio takes some of the best aspects of Persona and the best aspects of Shin Megami Tensei and merges it into one. The press turn system, incredible. One of my favorite turn-based systems, if not my favorite turn-based system ever. I am a big fan of the calendar system. I'm glad that this game wasn't so over-bloated compared to something like Persona 5 Royal. It's not a 130-hour-long slog. It's 80 hours, if that, and it feels well-paced, and it's a good blend of both pillars of Atlas. Studio Zero hit it out of the park with this game. And I will always hold that this game has one of the best visual designs in video game history, especially with the stories that they decided to incorporate with Thomas More's Utopia and anything about the Protestant Reformation in the 1500s, anything about Hieronymus Bosch. It's just so well done. This game is beautiful to look at, it's amazing to play, it has great visuals, and it has a message that was so terrifyingly important to hear in the moment that it released, that I don't think this game would have the same impact to me as it did if it released anytime soon. And that's what makes this journey so special to me, is the message it presented in the time it released. It's incredible. The soundtrack's amazing. The characters are great. The story is perfectly fine. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's serviceable and it tells what it needs to tell. And oh my goodness, the English voice cast, I love the Japanese voice cast, but the English voice cast knocked it out of the park. Oh my goodness, these guys were so good. Music is great, combat was great. I just keep going on and on and on. And well, yeah, I do have a couple of minor complaints, primarily with how the archetypes leveling system works. But overall, this was a great story, a great video game, and a great message to hear, especially in this time right now. If this is your first time experiencing Metaphor Fantazio, hopefully you found your own little message to bring home with you as you finish this narrative. Because not all of us are going to see this story in the exact same way, for better or for worse. And that's the magic of storytelling and the magic of fantasy as a whole. We can look at it from different angles and different perspectives and see something that's more powerful than what someone else might have seen beforehand. And that's great. It's awesome. And Metaphor tells that story. And while there are definitely people who will critique this game and will hold it up as just not Atlas's greatest works, I am definitely not in that group. I am a staunch supporter of this game and its message and its gameplay. An incredible journey. But we're not done. Next time on Metaphor Fantazio, we're going to be going through the entirety of New Game Plus in a single video. So, I hope you all join me for that. And afterwards, things on the channel are going to change significantly. This project marks the end of an era for me, definitively. And I am personally looking forward to what I decide to make on this channel going forward, and I hope that you will at least give it a try. But I wanted to get this journey out of the way before I moved on, because I thought it was that important. So, with that said, I'll see you here soon for New Game Plus, and then something completely different. See you soon.
Dear guest, from a world I shall never know, in your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction. However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you with all my heart. I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
Look at that. The rubble's just bait for tourists now.
I never expected a view like this.
Let's see it all! Let's see the world!
Yeah.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideas. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt, you will face all sorts of trials ahead. But carry onward with all your heart. Onward, fearless, into a world unknown.